fighting lies.
Stella Morris this week too said he's in a lot of pain. He's got a throat stone this week, but he reckons they're doing it to try and put it into November until after.
We are fighting abuse of the law by the powerful. We are fighting censorship. We are fighting propaganda.
Same universities.
We are fighting mass surveillance.
But I don't see any real reason why we shouldn't have had it here.
We are fighting manipulation of people through artificial intelligence.
Free Julian Assange, stand up for the truth.
We are fighting the psychological torture of journalists.
Good. Very good.
We are all Assange. Julian Assange is being persecuted for his role in truthfully informing the public about the wrongdoing of governments. Julian's persecution is a great crime against humanity, yet the crime continues without fuss. The persecution of Julian Assange over the course of 10 years makes it clear that democracy is now subverted by the forces of corruption. The repeated denial of due process for Julian demonstrates the justice system is neither just nor independent. It is now obvious that much of the media has been co-opted in pursuit of maintaining corruption. Julian has been demonized with multiple unfounded smears for a decade, which means that it is probable that many decent people have doubts about his character where there should be none whatsoever.
That's what it should look like outside every newsagent.
Exactly.
How come it doesn't?
Time and again, we hear statements in the press that begin something like, "Whether you like him or not, Julian Assange, blah 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 blah." The repetition of this kind of slur against him must have the effect of putting doubts about his character into people's minds and maintaining those doubts. There are also repeated attempts to suggest Julian must face due process, even though he is completely innocent of all crimes. Such assertions distract the public from realizing that he is the victim of a continuing, long-term and obviously political persecution, which has involved many years of psychological torture and medical neglect. Any serious observer understands that a positive outcome for Julian will not arise unless he has mass public support. The injustice we see brought against Julian shows us our governments have the ability to openly suppress the published truth, even when it exposes activities that clearly violate common human decency. All decent citizens are victims of Julian's political persecution. The demonization of Julian Assange by dishonest media has meant he does not have the popular support he most certainly deserves and needs. It also means that people are less likely to trust the important information he has published and allow the criminal activities Julian's journalism has exposed to go unpunished. The only viable option for Julian and all decent people is to mobilize mass public support based on our remaining abilities to communicate truthfully. We cannot rely on speculation. We must be as disciplined as Julian and rely on documentary evidence to prove our fight is a just one. If decent people are to prevail, we must free Julian Assange from the hands of his persecutors. Free Julian Assange.
Hello. This t-shirt is amazing. I love these t-shirts. They're really creative, really well done. You can buy them too. You can come along here on Friday evenings and we can give you information about how you can get one. If you're really lucky, we may even have some t-shirts here for you to buy.
Julian Assange. Sign the online petition. Send emails to Maurice Payne, the Foreign Minister. And Scott Morrison.
Truth and peace. Maybe that's all you need to know when it ultimately peeks through. You need to go it alone. Come on, it ain't that hard. Free Julian Assange. He's being held without charge. Free Julian Assange. Mighty England, all on your own. There's a job to do. Be true to yourself. Stand up. Don't cloud perception with your rules. Come on, it ain't that hard. It ain't that hard. Free Julian Assange. He's being held without charge. It ain't that hard. Free Julian Assange. Let sunlight enter Westminster space. Reflect, reconsider Julian's case. Free Julian Assange. Say no to extradition. It ain't that hard. Free Julian Assange. You can consider your position. It ain't that hard. Free Julian Assange. Come on, it ain't that hard. Come on, it ain't that hard. Come on, it ain't that hard.
The Australian government just looking the other way, tacitly supporting what the English justice system is meting out to an Australian patriot.
Including in 2011, WikiLeaks with Julian Assange as its editor received a Walkley Award in Australia for its outstanding contribution to journalism. Walkley judges said WikiLeaks applied new technology to, quote, penetrate the inner workings of government and reveal an avalanche of inconvenient truths in a global publishing coup. One of those many inconvenient truths was the exposure by the video called Collateral Murder of US helicopter attacks in Baghdad that killed 11 civilians and 2 Reuters journalists.
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
There's only one decision.
No extradition!
Free Julian Assange.
Free Julian Assange!
Free, free.
Julian Assange!
Free, free.
Julian Assange!
Free, free.
Julian Assange! Inmate!
Julian Assange. Our mate.
Inmate!
Our mate. Julian Assange.
Deciding through the truth tellers that we get to know what's really going on, and that's why they're going after Julian Assange. Free Julian Assange! Our mate!
Julian Assange.
Inmate!
Our mate.
Julian Assange! Our mate!
We're running out of time. We have to stand up for our right to know. We have to stand up for a free press. The foundation of democracy is based on a free press. We have to fight for that and stand up for it.